If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. To customize your company's expenses settings in QuickBooks Online, click the Settings button in the QuickBooks Online toolbar. Then click the Account and Settings link under the Your Company heading in the menu to open the Account and Settings window. Then click the Expenses Company Settings category link in the menu at the left side of the window to show the individual settings in that category to the right. The Expenses Settings category contains the Expenses and Bill Pay sections. The Expenses section contains the Bills and Expenses, Purchase Orders, and Messages settings groups. To edit the individual settings in the Expenses section, click anywhere in it to activate its settings. In the Bills and Expenses settings group, to add an items table to purchase orders and expense forms from which you can select your existing products and services, ensure the Show Items table on expense and purchase forms toggle switch is set to the On position. If you see a Show Tags setting, you can ignore it as tags are now deprecated in QuickBooks Online. To add a customer column to expense forms and purchase orders to track expenses by customer, ensure the Track Expenses and Items by Customer toggle switch is set to the On position. To add a billable column to purchase orders and expense forms to note billable expenses you can later add to sales forms, click the Make Expenses and Items Billable toggle switch to set it to the On position. If enabled, you can then set several related settings for billable expenses that then appear. To mark up billable expenses with a default rate if desired, check the Markup with a default rate of checkbox. Then enter the markup percentage into the adjacent field. To track billable expenses as income, make sure the Track Billable Expenses and Items as Income checkbox is checked. To choose whether to track billable expense income in one account or multiple accounts, select either the In a Single Account option or the In Multiple Accounts option. If you select In a Single Account, you can set that account within the Related setting in the Advanced settings. Alternatively, selecting In Multiple Accounts adds a Use for Billable Expenses checkbox to the Account Edit screen in the Chart of Accounts. To charge sales tax on billable expenses, which enables the Tax checkbox by default for billable expenses and items, and which requires sales tax to first be enabled, check the Charge Sales Tax checkbox. To set the default due date for bills you receive, select a choice from the Default Bill Payment Terms dropdown, or select the Add New choice in the drop-down menu to open a Terms window that lets you name new terms, select a due date option, enter the number of days or select a specific day, and then click the Save button to create and save the new due date terms. The Purchase Orders settings group contains your default purchase order settings. To enable purchase orders and show more purchase order settings, click the Use Purchase Orders toggle switch to set it to the On position. To quickly open the Custom Fields list to add them to purchase forms, click the Custom Fields link. We'll discuss using custom fields in QuickBooks Online in a separate lesson. However, if you add custom fields this way, you'll need to return to the Purchase Order section of the Expenses category in the Account and Settings window again to continue reviewing these settings. To enable custom PO numbers, click the Custom Transaction Numbers toggle switch to set it to the On position. If set to the Off position, QuickBooks Online uses sequential PO numbers instead. To add a default message to purchase orders, type it into the Default Message on Purchase Orders field. The Messages settings group lets you create a default email message to send with purchase orders. To add a greeting, check the Use Greeting checkbox. To format the greeting if enabled, then use the two adjacent drop-downs to select its content. To add a standard message to the email subject line and email message field, click the Use Standard Message button. To customize the email's subject or message, type new content or edit the existing content within the email subject line and email message fields. To send copies of purchase order emails to your email, check the Email Me a Copy At checkbox. To send CC or BCC copies of new purchase orders you create to email addresses you specify, type the email addresses into the CC email addresses separated by commas or BCC email addresses separated by commas fields as needed. To save your changes in the Expenses section, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To enable the Bill Pay settings in QuickBooks Online and select a bill pay plan for your company, click the See Plans button in the Bill Pay section. Then select the desired plan in the window that opens and continue to verify your company information and set up your bill pay settings. To close the account and settings window when finished, click the Done button in the lower right corner or click the X button in the upper right corner. Remember to click the subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.